Welcome to Live at the Hive with the Biz Beez. We are super excited that you've joined us today. My name is Janice Jokkel, and this is Kate Wiley.
Hi, Janice.
How's it going?
It's going great.
Great. Well, I'm super excited to be able to share with the world our vision. Here today, we are going to ask Kate how she got started, a little bit about herself, and where she is in her business today. So Kate, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I have such a varied background. I was one of those people that could not decide what I wanted to be when I grew up. So
I'm still there.
I did a little bit of everything.
Good.
And I never quite fit in the box either. So I bounced around. I have a degree in music education. I did polymer research and chemical engineering. I have my realtor's license. I have a license to sell insurance. So I really have bounced around a lot.
I call that a blended background.
Yes, I'm very blended.
Yes.
So when I started having kids, I worked with genetic mutagens, and I just did not want to take the chance of genetically mutating my children. So I decided to stay home and homeschool my kids. Okay. I loved homeschooling my kids and being home with them, but I started to get a little bit bored, and I love doing things. And that's where the real estate license and insurance license, that's when that all came in. But it was hard being a realtor and having young kids. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, I'm
very demanding.
I'm just going to stay home. So I decided, well, the kids were getting older. Maybe I should think about getting a job. But I had been so independent for like 20 years. I'm like, I cannot fit.
Well, you know what job comes with? A JOB comes with a BOSS.
Yeah. And I'm like, we're not going to get along. So I also play the bagpipes. And my bagpipe teacher he's from Pennsylvania, and he stayed at our house for the Ohio bagpipe competition. And his wife was like, what are you doing thinking about getting a job? You need to become a virtual assistant. And I said, what in the world is a virtual assistant? And she told me I needed to have a conversation with Kathy. So Kathy and I we hit it off right from the bat. And Kathy became my trainer. So Kathy showed me how to start my own business. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for the support from Kathy and her group and my friend.
Oh, very good. Very good. So tell me what you've learned since you started your business. What's the biggest learning lesson that you've had?
That I can't do it alone. You don't know what you don't know.
Yes, yes, you don't know what you don't know.
Having the support of people who have been in it for a few years ahead of me can be like, oh, you got to watch this. You've got to have this legal document in place, for example. I didn't know I needed it when I first started. So it's just been invaluable. And also, I'm very independent. I don't know if I've said that yet. So I've had to learn it's okay to ask for help and to admit you don't know how to do something. Yeah. And if only I had admitted that sooner, I don't know if I'd be in a different place, but it certainly would have been less painful. And
as a solo entrepreneur, right, it gets pretty lonely at the top. Or lonely by yourself, right? And
so where I live, it's kind of rural, and I needed internet. So I happened to see this sign about offices for rent. I'm like, I'm going to go in there and see what that's all about. And I had the joy of meeting you, Janice.
Oh,
and
thanks.
Talk about hitting it off. I mean, I think you were my BFF in an hour.
Yes, we were.
So...
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, it's been a journey of how we clashed, on that afternoon, and you got out of your house to get out of the craziness of working at home and your kids and your dog and all the other stuff that went along with it. And here at the Biz Hive, we provide that solution to solo entrepreneurs and remote workers. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about what you want to leave our viewers today. What words of wisdom would you like to share with a lady that wants to launch, or just what would you like to leave that really made an impact of your life?
Just do it. Don't let the fear hold you back. I love my business and I love where it's at right now. And I wish I would have started it sooner. But you know, you have that little voice in your head that you're not good enough. You can't do this. What about this? And that's where
self-doubt is a real thing. It is a real thing. And, you know, as a business coach, and launching the Biz Hive, you know, it's funny, Kate, you know, you say you can't do it alone, but you want to do it alone. And you've got that doubt, self-doubt and struggle and all of that. And, you know, there's so many people that I talk to that have dreams and visions, and it's their fear that holds them back from where they need to go. And just having a community, that's what we're all about here at the Biz Beez, right? Is taking a vision to reality, taking somebody that wants to launch their dream and getting them a sound path to letting them do that, right? And here at the Biz Beez, we're all about support, right? We want them to learn from us. We want them to really have a voice and really understand from each other, lifting each other up, right? Because it is lonely at the top, and there are people in our life that don't believe in our mission. They want us to go get that job, and we're like, no, it comes with that BOSS. And not everybody can have a BOSS, right? And we want to forge our way, you know, to bringing our dream to reality. So lastly, how do you give back? How do you give back to the community? I'm on thanks to you, Janice, I'm now on the board of Project Learn, which I love. I've always been such a proponent of education and helping people get to the next level, and education can help do that. Right. And I have such a soft spot for the foster care kids that have aged out of the system. I heard an interview, and when they turn 18, they're kicked out. And this poor girl, was in college, and she's like, my friends left to go home for Christmas, and I don't have any home to go to. And that just broke my heart. And so if we could help people like that, foster kids.
So that's kind of where my passion is, and growing my business will help me help those people too.
Good.
But how about you, Janice? You've heard my backstory.
Well, thanks for asking, Kate. So my backstory is I was in corporate America for years. I wanted an exit strategy. I decided that it was time to be home with my kids, and I wanted to do something that would allow me to be with their kids, but also really use my corporate skills to do that. And so I researched industries, and I launched into the family entertainment industry. I stayed about 15 years in that space until I pivoted, because people know me as a pivoter. And so I pivoted out of that when I lost the lease of my building that I was in. And so I became a business coach. And then, make a long story short, the Biz Hive came to existence of renting office space where you and I met. And then back this year in 2022, there's just been this void in my life of having and surrounding myself with women that have the same like-mind drive. They left a corporate position, they birthed a business, they bought a business, right? And they are on a path that they just need some guidance. And as a trainer and a coach, business coach, and using all my years of experience, I want to be able to seed into women. And so my vision came to reality when you and I talked on March 19th. And we said we need to do something about this. And it's not a networking, right? Biz Beez is not a networking group. There's so many outlets for women to go and be able to, you know, pass their business card. We wanted to build this for business women that have taken their dreams like you and I and put them into reality, put some skin behind the, skin, money behind that vision, brought their business to life, and really be able to provide a platform for them to learn, for us to lean on each other and lift each other up, ribbon cut launch their business into reality and launch them by cutting a ribbon and solidifying that, being able to provide education for every woman that's out there, and really having a safe haven for them to come to and no judgment, right? You know, there's
Yeah.
so much judgment in the world, and we don't need that. That's not what
No.
we're all about. And so to be able to launch this with you, Kate, it's an honor. And to be able to have viewers like you believe in what we do and what we offer, and lift and really put the spotlight on women business owners and what their dream came to reality, and really bringing that to life for each of them. So we are so excited to launch this into existence. Join us as a member. It's a private club for women, business women owners, and you can find us at thebizbeez.com. Become a member. It's inexpensive. We wanted it to be an affordable platform for women around the world that can learn and lift each other, and most importantly, lead with authenticity. That is one of the pieces that is missing in leaders today, is really being yourself and leading with authenticity, whatever team you're leading. So with that, we'd love you to become a member of us, become part of our community, thebizbeez.com, and we are having our launch party, which we're super excited, right here in our hometown of Medina, and we're launching that on Wednesday, August 24th. Got to be a member to join, so join us. And then our next big launch is our Clarity Break retreat that we're having out at Sawmill Creek. And that's going to be on the weekend of November 11th through the 13th. So we're going to pause our business. We're going to work on our business together, take a break from what we're, being in our business, roll up our sleeves and figure out what we're going to do in 2023. So all kinds of exciting things happening here at the Biz Beez, and we love you to be a part of our community. So, hey, thanks a lot. Join us next time, where we'll have our next guest, who is Deb from Baskets Galore, sharing her spotlight of how she birthed her business into existence. Thanks for joining us. We'd love to see you again.